조금씩 폰이 shut up. 남들 인생 둘러보면 생각해 나만 또
Go forward and make all the work.
Very happy one day. I just would feel suffocated with him. Oh, it's so good. Like there's a very limited space that you can go. Watch your harbor point. I tell you, right? Mind blown.
I thought this was more of a snack. It looks like
It's a full meal.
Bonk.
Like, I know you like worked so hard today to put these on, but like how soon can I get these attachments off? Like even some of them, like even in the front, because I know they're so noticeable. So like I trust the doctor and all that, but like hopefully by like week 3 will they come out or that kind of thing.
So you're gonna kill me, but they stay in
Oh my god.
finish.
Okay.
It's 40 weeks.
That's like okay, so it's less than a year.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna have to pause my dating profile because I'm not going on dates like this.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
You survived. You
I
did
did.
it. You did it.
I feel like I'm a shark though.
I'm gonna go over everything. Do you remember when we talked about your bite being a little bit off? So we wanted to make sure all the teeth come down. Once the teeth are where I want them to be, I can take away some of the attachments on them.
Okay.
But I need them for now because there's so much, you have the majority of the issues going on in the front. So I need those teeth to come together better. Alright? Did you want them? Let me take a look and see how everything is.
I just want to make sure how you're
Now, my dear, I'm just going to try to wear rubber bands, but it does not mean I want you I want you to first get comfortable because it's a lot mentally, right? Physically, to get used to something. So it's going to look like I'm elongating your teeth, but I'm really not. What's happening is I'm actually intruding or bringing your back teeth up, and as a result, it's going to look like it's bringing your front teeth forward. I'm actually going to give you a very pretty smile. This works really well. Like this type of plan works very well, but baby steps. First get used to the Invisalign, and then we'll do the rubber bands. You will see huge changes every time you see it. Okay. Oh. They are pretty stretchy, so if I yawn, it wouldn't help. Honestly, I just want this to be like done as soon as possible. I'm just gonna start wearing the rubber bands today. Yeah.
Okay guys, I just got my Invisalign and I have a full scheduled patients tomorrow, but I now have a lisp. Also, I have way more attachments than I thought I would have, so honestly it's super noticeable. And I also have rubber bands. The doctor told me that I don't need to put them in right away, but I looked at her and I said I want this to be done as soon as possible, so I'm going to go ahead and just pop them right in, because if I can speed up the process at all by like even a few months or even like a few weeks, I will. Honestly, when I don't have the aligners in, it's not as noticeable because the texture isn't like highlighted by all the grooves of the shiny plastic aligners. But when I have them in, it looks super noticeable. Like when I'm just talking like this, you might not know. And if I smile slightly like this, like okay, like can't really tell. But if I'm like this, like you can totally see all of it, and it almost looks like braces because of all those little like tidbits, like all those squares and rectangles all across my teeth. I asked the assistant if these were more like hooks than the average patient, and she was like, yeah, not gonna lie, it is. And I'm looking at the 3D scan, like if I had looked at it before, I don't think it would have changed anything because the aligners have already been made and they're all designed with the deposits, like the hooks, the whatever they are, in place, so they're supposed to make the teeth hold on to them better. She was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're more than like the average patient, because I have a friend who is going through Invisalign right now. She's my age and she has like a few here and there, and like I don't care about the ones in the back, you can keep them as long as you need, but the ones in the front are super obvious, so I did get a little upset about that. But ultimately I do trust my orthodontist, so I want things to go as smoothly as possible, and I'm willing to like go through this treatment process. So basically the deal was at week 10 maybe we could talk about like shaving them off, like filing them down just in the front, so that we can kind of like make me feel more at peace. But if this goes on, I'm just gonna not date for like another year and a half or whatever, however long this takes, because I honestly, like, I know this is supposed to make me feel more confident at the end, and I'm supposed to have like a more beautiful smile and all of that. It's supposed to like fix that part up a little bit, but in the meantime, while I'm going through this, I do not feel confident. I feel way less confident than I did going in, because I now all of a sudden have these textures all over my teeth. So yeah, it doesn't feel as tight as I thought it would. I guess it's the first aligner, so we'll have to see as the weeks go by. But I am a little concerned. I'm not concerned about my compliance. I am confident that I can wear these for like 22 hours a day or whatever, however many hours that they want. I'm just going to take them off to eat, and I don't really drink a lot of drinks besides my morning coffee and just water anyway, so that won't be an issue. I'll just drink water with the aligners in. I just will be self-conscious about my teeth while I'm going through this process. So yeah, right now I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit little self-conscious, and I'm feeling like this might be a longer process than I thought. And like I went into it thinking, like, not thinking much about it. I was just going to trust the doctor. I did not realize how many attachments I was going to have. So that's where I am right now. I'm really hoping at week 10 we can start getting some of these off. No one can tell me like when exactly these things can come off and when. Like the timeline is very up in the air. There's an estimate, but it all depends on me and my teeth and how well everything moves. So yeah, I intend to be like an A+ patient so that everything can come out as soon as possible. The other thing is I had these buttons, so that's how these rubber bands are staying in place. Yeah, so that's me right now. I think a day like today officially marks the end of summer and the beginning of the cold seasons. So I had a great time chatting with friends and catching up. Because it's so rainy, there's really like nothing to do. It's not like we could really go for a walk, and it's not really like we could go like out and walk around the town or anything. So we sat in a cafe just to talk, and it was really nice. And in order to spend time with them and talk more freely, I did take out my rubber bands, and I don't know if you can tell them now, but I still have my Invisalign aligners in, but the rubber bands are out, and I feel like I have so much more like range of motion for my jaw and my mouth. Like there isn't like a sort of internal like limit to how much I can open my mouth, and I feel like my speech feels more natural. So that's one tidbit I found, because I have pretty much been using my rubber bands since I got my Invisalign, just because I wanted to kind of like do everything together at once, even though my orthodontist told me I didn't have to. Oop. She told me like I could take it slow. I was like, I'm not trying to take this slow, but I tried it for the first time today, where I just wear the aligners and I continue just talking and, you know, drinking water, and it was actually not bad. So I am starting to rethink the whole like putting the dating on hold for a year thing, because even my friends were like, I can't even tell you have them now that the rubber bands are out. When I smile big or laugh with teeth, obviously they can tell then, but I don't know, they were all kind of saying it's not a big deal, like I shouldn't let it deter me. So they were all in agreement. It seems like I have come to a consensus. I think I'm the only one who's being like super sensitive about the fact that I had these Invisalign trays in. So we shall see. Tomorrow is tray 2. I'll see how that feels, and if everything continues going smoothly, maybe I will start to go back out, put myself back out there. I'm really excited for the rest of the year though, because as I was talking to my friends, we were planning like some big fun events for the rest of the year. So we're definitely gonna have some sort of a Halloween party. And last year I went as an alien.
She's drunk, be careful.
I think you should be in this too.
And it was a lot of fun. I don't know what I'll be this year. I kind of don't want to like have to do another costume and like go through the whole thing, but I know that once I'm there, like I'm gonna want to look cute. So I have to think about what I want to be. And last year I actually hosted Friendsgiving, and it was a huge success. It was like a Korean food Friendsgiving. And everyone really liked the food. We played a lot of games, and it was a really, really nice time. I had it at my apartment.
See, that makes me uncomfortable because it's not straight anymore. It's
But wait,
giving me...
but yeah, you don't have to use that. You can go somewhere else if you
So
want
you
to
can
now.
go somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no way. So
Yeah.
I need to be told what to do.
So this year we're probably gonna do it again, and I don't know if I'll host it or my friend who is gonna be moving pretty soon to a different city, still close by, but like to a different part of town. She said she would be open to hosting as well. So honestly, I'm good with sharing the hosting duties. I don't need to be the one having it every year. So maybe we'll do something like that. And then the holidays are coming up, obviously, as well as my birthday. So I'm thinking I could do something like that. Something, you know, around that time of year. I'm really excited. Hey guys, so it is a really gloomy, rainy Sunday afternoon, and there's really nothing to do today. It's really not a good day to go outside, and I don't have much planned, so I figured I would do some baking. I'm going to be baking some almond flour pumpkin muffins with chocolate chips inside. If I have some walnuts or something, I might add those in, but I figured it would be fun to do that because it's been a hot minute since I've baked anything. And just the pumpkin spice season is really in the air, and it is definitely putting me in the mood to make some nice sweet treats. So I'm going to be baking a bunch, and I'm just going to be giving it out to some family members who live around me. And I just thought you guys might enjoy some baking footage. So enjoy some relaxing baking, and I hope you are enjoying your day, whether it is rainy or not. Oh my god, this smells so good. I think it's this smell, the bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. Even though there's only a little bit of it in there, it smells so good. I wonder if this is too dry to be muffins. I think this is a little too dry. Do I add water? I'm gonna add oat milk. Minutes left, but it is looking so good and smelling even better. Let me see. Ooh, that looks great. It's time to take them out. All right, let's see. What is got on there? I'm hungry. Okay, let's see. Look at those. It's hot. We're using the tried and true chopstick method. Taking a metal chopstick and let's see. Okay, it's clean. I don't know, I feel like these are a little soft, if you ask me. Yeah, I think they need like 2 more minutes in the oven. I actually think I'm gonna put them in for maybe like 5 more minutes because these are pretty uncooked still. I think it's probably because of that extra moisture I added. I think it's also because I added like some oats that probably like got in the way. I thought they would absorb more moisture and they might help everything cook a little faster, but I guess not.
5 minutes later.
Let's try this again. I think these should be done this time. It smells fantastic. Okay, so now they're gooey but not undercooked, so that's good. And the thing is, these accidentally ended up becoming vegan because I didn't use any eggs. I used that flaxseed, the ground flaxseed, in order to fake substitute eggs. So really, like, if it's a little undercooked, it's not the worst thing because I used like almond flour, oats, oat milk, like I said, the ground flaxseed, water, chocolate chips, and like a bunch of spices and sweeteners, maple syrup, but nothing should be like making anyone sick. So I think I'm just gonna stick with this. Alright, so I'm gonna let these puppies cool down, but they are looking very, very good.